Welcome, welcome. It is the rookie race of what is today? Monday? Monday rookie race?
Tuesday? Thursday?
I don't know anymore. It is what it is.
I don't know.
My name is D-Master G. I'm joined here with Fallen Dan. Today we're gonna be looking at these rookie drivers, and this is gonna be their last race, right, Dan?
Yeah, the last race before the draft on Saturday. A draft
Friday.
which I hope to be a part of. Friday? It doesn't matter. It'll be Saturday morning for me by the time it starts. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've got a lot of rookie drivers in the field today. A lot of drivers who are also familiar to some of you if you've been around long enough. People like Magical Forehead, Kiss My Axe, and John Does Work, all making appearances, as well as the Tier 5 champion Edge. Someone you're quite familiar with, considering he was our teammate last season,
Yes, he
and
was.
everything that kicked off with that, the final race of the
We
season.
we don't we don't talk about the last season. We talk about this season. This is the rookie drive. This is the rookie races for the rookie drivers this season.
Yeah, we've got a couple of them in the field: Elvin, Bouncy, Scary, Ark, Lakota, and I think that's it. Not sure about Tiller. I think Tiller's been here for a while.
Uh,
Um,
Tilla was
I know
in
he was here
last
last season.
season.
He
I
was
think he
definitely
joined
here
last
last season.
season. Yeah.
He's cool either way. And Spanini as well, which is one of the best names of the lot. A lot of them are looking to try and get their names out there. I think all of them are full-time drivers for this season. All of them looking for a spot on a team, and a couple of good drivers in the mix as well to give a general consensus of where their pace is at as well. I know Kiss My Axe is relatively fast compared to some of the top drivers here in MRL. So it'd be interesting to see how well they fare in our first race of the day.
Well, honestly, I don't know how they're gonna do. The first person out of the pits is Bouncy, as he's in the Red Bull today, and then the second person out looks to be Sean, actually. Um, they're gonna be starting a lap here soon. I know I'm slow, Edge. You know, you're still in the pits though, so you
That's
can't really
true.
complain.
Yeah, you can't say a single word, Edge, until you go out there and you start racing yourself.
Until you get
All
out of the
right,
pits, you know.
you've got to try. You got to get on the track. Either way, right now I am just looking for a way to look at the race. Because I can't see the track. There we go. Now we can see it, and it's gonna be delayed on stream. It's gonna be
It'd be
wonderful.
okay. Sorry, I was just pulling up my chat, seeing if I could get
I
something.
got chat.
I got
I
chat
got
up
chat.
now. Um, Pat said Muscle Man is back, and yes, I realized the camera was gone as soon as I tried to pull up chat. That was not ideal. It is what it is. Let's go on board with Bouncy to see what the first representative lap is going to be for these drivers. There's only 11 people in today's race, so it's going to be a little bit of a smaller grid for this first one. Estemba actually joins us mid-race,
Ooh.
mid-quali.
Well, that's expected because the lobby is open for all rookies to hop in at any given point.
Yep.
Everyone is capable of being a part of it. Um, it will be interesting to see just how well they do, though, because again,
We got some
we're
fast
sort of,
drivers in here.
yeah, very much so. Some of the best, I would argue, including Bobs, who just joined.
Starting with Bouncy. Bouncy set a 110.52. That's going to
Ooh.
be the benchmark for the rest of the grid, as actually Lakota seems to be going faster than him. Coming across the line now. Let's see what he's able to set. It's going to be a 109.3. Very much a faster lap, about 8 tenths.
That's the sort of pace I've expected to see out of Lakota. Lakota is a one lap monster at points. Doesn't necessarily have the race consistency. I've raced with them elsewhere beforehand. They're not necessarily the one that would be leading the pack in our higher tiers, but definitely have the consistency of just a mid-table driver, so about a mid-tier driver, so tier 3, tier 4. I could
Yep.
expect to see them absolutely in contention at the top of those tiers. If they end up in a higher tier than
Oh.
that, they will definitely be able to put good quali laps in, though I'm not sure about the overall end pace.
Talking about good quality laps, Arc just set a 108.5 after I was just about to say Magical Forehead set a new fastest lap with a 109.2, then just gets quickly beaten out by Arc. That's a rapid lap, 108.5. Whew.
Okay, maybe I just don't remember what a good lap is around Brazil. Maybe everyone's
Um,
setting in warmers. That feels
that
very good.
that feels like one of the laps I would be doing.
Okay, so it's all right.
Yeah, like you know how my
It's
banker
mid.
lap is just like a decent, pretty good lap, and then I can't set a faster lap? That's what that seems like. But
Well, all I can see is Spinini went purple in the middle.
yeah, let's go see what Panini has. Panini goes second,
Ooh,
9.1.
had a good middle sector, but I think it really comes down to those first three corners. Getting
Yeah.
those hooked up, risking it over that second curb can be make or break for an entire run. You lose so much time if you don't send it over the curbs, but at the same time, you're always whisking.
Yeah, exactly. You have to go over those curbs, and if you don't, you're losing so much time. As
Hmm.
actually, as you were saying, that Scary sets a 9-0, going up into P2 right in front of Sponini. That's a
That, that's how you say scary?
yeah, Scary.
S-A-S-C-H. Oh boy,
S S C
scary.
H A S E it did that S C
Is it not
H R
try?
Y. Shry?
Try.
I don't know. They were saying scary. Toby was saying scary, so I said scary yesterday. If it's not scary, he can correct us.
But can you let us know somewhere if it's scary?
That would be nice if we could know.
Also,
It's
Miniko is
scary.
currently attempting to get in the lobby, by the way, if you're wondering. Miniko is the AlphaTauri team principal, has been fighting. It is scary. Thank you, Pat. Well, that's how you say it. That doesn't mean it's correct.
That's how we were saying it
Why has no one
yesterday.
asked the man himself?
I'm pretty sure they asked them on what was it, the first race?
Somebody shout at him and tell him, like, to tell us in chat. Is it scary? Is it scary? Is it tree? You're
Too
too lazy.
lazy.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't want to do it
Either
on
way, looking at the rest of the field, currently,
the only person on a lap is Magic.
Magic, I think, just finished a lap.
No, he's on full ERS.
Okay. He's blinking. What do you mean?
He may not be using, that's what I'm saying. He's the only person who's not out on an outlap. Actually, Bouncy's on a flyer now, and he is using the ERS.
As a heads up, there are several people that do want to be in this lobby that have been trying to get in, but have been unable to connect to EA because
Um,
EA is a wonderful, wonderful company
did
that
you see
makes
yesterday's
perfectly
race?
stable servers. No,
Oh, you would have loved it.
oh, is it bad?
Give me a moment.
No, don't pull it up on stream. But like on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad are we talking?
Like, every race was scuffed. We had, you know how in iRacing you like disappear from the server and then reconnect?
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
that. And then
That's not good.
I'm pretty sure at the spa race we had um a whole glitch where the person in like 10th place was in first on the leaderboard, but he was still in 10th place on the map.
Hmm.
It was a lot.
Very interesting. Either way, if you are new here, if you're watching for the first time, please feel free to check out the description of the video to go check out the links down there. You can support us in any way, shape, or form through PayPal. You can also support us by clicking the join button right below our wonderful lead commentator's face as well. Yeah, there's a little bit of commentary from Pat. Spa Major
Mm-hmm.
Desync. Minico won at the end of Sector 2 at Spa.
Yep. Like,
And
not even
also,
kidding.
half the track hasn't loaded in down there.
Nope.
That's wonderful. Great.
It is wonderful. Let's see.
The game is
Oh,
breaking before
um,
our very eyes.
Art just set a new fastest lap of a 108.26.
Okay, so he saw Magical go into the .9s and decided to make certain that Magical was not anywhere close to his rear end heading into the first one.
Yeah, so he just improved by what was that, 3/10?
3/10.
That's nice.
That's a solid lap from the Mercedes driver.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, everyone else is just starting their laps. Spanini's up by 2/10 in the first sector.
I was just about to say.
Go ahead. Or don't. I'll take it from here. Spanini now coming around in sector 2, looking to try and keep it tight to the apexes. And does so very well. Takes a lot of curb. We know that the curbs are a little bit awkward for some cars. The studies have been done in game that certain cars on the lower end of downforce issues, even on equal cars, actually are upset by curbs more and upset by bumps more, such as the Williams we've seen.
He's down by
I
4.5 tenths on his lap. Oh, this is
down
gonna
or
be
up?
down, as in like he's improving.
That's up. The word is up.
Oh, he
But
invalidated on the
it's
line. He invalidated. That would have been a
well,
0.87.
it would have been a 0.7. That would have put him P2.
That would
That's
have.
not a good sign.
Oh no, that's
Oh
such a bad.
boy.
That's such an unlucky place to invalidate too.
Anyway, Scary's going for a lap.
Okay, Edge. We're not gonna talk about your 9.2. It's okay.
Yeah, your 9.2 is not that entertaining, but we need quality here.
We need actually good laps. That's not nice.
Either way, Bouncy's on a lap.
Estenbaugh's actually
Bouncy
coming
pit.
across the line now, and then we'll go on Bouncy.
Bouncy
Estenbaugh
has pit.
is going pole position by 1.5 tenths. He just did a 8.1.
Of course, Aston was a late joiner as well to the lobby.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Looks like John is also on a lap. John currently sitting in 11th place. Yeah, I had to mute my mic for a minute.
That's fine. If you are unaware, Angry Shadow and Bops have retired. For those that haven't or didn't pay attention or are not looking in social chat, the game force retired them and kicked them from the lobby.
And kicked them?
It kicked them out of the lobby, retired them, and then they came back in.
That's
just regular EA stuff.
Yep.
Another glitch for the pack, as I think I'm now able to launch the game.
Let's see.
Joys and miracles, people! I might be able to look at the game, or not, because EA may still be broken.
Yep. Lakota just
Either
had a
way,
better
there's a
lap
Ferrari.
time. Yep.
Yeah.
109.16 improved by 1/10.5. There's another
It did
Ferrari
him
on
ahead
the
of
lap.
Edge.
It did get him ahead of Edge. Just barely. See, Edge, this is why we don't talk about laps from you, because you're just going to keep going down. This is called the commentator's curse.
All you gotta do is focus on your driving and not worry about anything else.
You know, we always used to have a habit of telling you to get off the live stream.
Yeah. I would know. I had to deal with him.
Bob's POV no lap time. Oh. I'm going to say that's Strappy getting into the game. Strappy is in the
believe
pits.
so. Yeah, Strappy is here. Bobs, I do apologize that you didn't get a chance to set a lap. Let's see if the game is allowing me in. Could I get an invite from someone that is in there that is not my co-commentator, so that he doesn't have to?
I was just gonna say I can do it.
Shout out Bobs. Shout out literally anyone. Never mind, I've failed to connect to the services now. It doesn't matter.
Oh god. We love EA.
It connected me, it disconnected me, it's reconnecting me now. God damn it.
You gotta love EA. Other than EA having issues with its servers, Kiss My Axe looks to be on an invalid lap, Bouncy is on an out lap, and then Sean is the other person on an out lap. So let's see what Bouncy can do.
Whilst this is all going on, I'm gonna start searching up error codes and see what they actually mean.
Yep, that's exactly what everyone should do whenever they get an error code from a game. Just not know what it means and go search it up, because EA. Honestly, we dog on EA a lot, but it's hard to make a game.
So apparently I'm meant to test my NAT type.
Are you on Xbox?
No.
Then that type wouldn't matter.
Why does that matter? Why
Uh,
am I testing it with Ubi?
why are you testing it with UB? Test it with
I don't
Microsoft.
know.
Chantel is the next person on a lap as Kismax went into the pits and Bouncy's on a slow lap. Let's go ahead and follow with Sean as he's still not set a representative time with currently a 12th place. Magical Forehead, you are not washed. You're only 4th place.
Yeah, I mean, it may not be perfect, but you know.
Hey, at least you're in the game. Remember
Okay,
what
let's
last time you
check
drove?
EA server status, shall we?
And Sean's coming across the line now. He's going to be setting a 109.3. That's going to put him P8 in front of Kiss My Axe and right behind Edge. Looks like there's a couple of people. Oh, Sean's in the mud. Sean's in the grass. Sean's in the grass. That's nice.
Killer in the mud.
I don't know what Bouncy's doing. I think he's just doing laps.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes.
It's fair.
It's necessary.
Estenbaugh is actually on. He's out on track, but he's doing a second warm-up lap. Sweaty. Ark just came out of the pits after he said that he doesn't remember the last time he drove this track, even though he's P2 by, you know, a tenth from each side of him. Ark, if you haven't drove this track in a while and you're doing this good, that's pretty good. And Strappy comes across the line, setting a 8.7. That's a good lap from him. Spanini, I don't think got a lap, and I think he's starting his lap now. Lakota has started his lap already. I don't know if he'll have enough ERS to finish, but he's coming around Sector 2 now. Let's see who else is on a lap. Bouncy just started his lap. He's officially starting. A lot of people are going out since it is the end of the session. Let's continue to see what's going on here. Magical Forehead stopped to let cars through. Coming across the line, Scary to start a lap. Lakota to finish a lap. Let's see what he's able to do, if he's able to pull out an improvement. It is going to be a half a second improvement. He's going to go up to P4 with a 8.6. Scary retires into the pits as he's not going to be able to put this. Oh, Sean put the wrong setup on.
Well, that would explain everything, Sean. Good job, Sean.
Spanini goes into P1 by 200ths. He just did a 108.10. That is a good lap. Estenbaugh is actually on a lap, and he is up by a tenth, so he's going to be in the 7s here if he can pull this off.
He is pushing as well.
He is pushing
now
it.
As he comes through. There is a couple of cars finishing ahead. There's a McLaren coming across the line.
He's 2 tenths up, 2.5 tenths up. Let's see what he's able to do. It's going to be a 7.9, maybe even an 8. As Ark already goes a 7.9, let's see what Estenbaugh can do. Coming across the line, it's going to be a 7.7.
Woo! He's cooking.
That's going to be provisional pole for Estenbaugh. Ark is going to be in P2. He's not going to have anything to answer to that as he's already set his lap time. Spanini has nothing to answer to it. He's on a slow.
Okay, Lakota potentially.
Lakota's on a slow lap. He's blinking. Strappy's on a slow lap.
No, Strappy's pushing.
Is he?
Strappy is pushing.
He's blinking. He has no battery. Let's see what he can do.
He's still sending it.
He's
okay,
5 tenths down.
Second.
Yeah.
By the way, I am now joining the session.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bouncy on a lap potentially.
Let's see what
down by
Bouncy
13 seconds. Never mind.
Oh. And that's gonna be the end of qualifying. Everyone else is.
As I join.
As you join.
I'm in qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so proud of myself.
Hey.
That's wonderful.
At least you joined before the race started.
That's true. You know what I get to see? I get to see 15 drivers descended into turn 1 and crashed each other out. That's what this rookie race is about.
And you get to see Magical Forehead on a wheel again.
That's true. That is a rare sight nowadays. So let's make the most of that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make the most and enjoy this moment.
As everyone's just coming into the
I
pits
believe
now.
we are waiting for, I believe, the drivers in the pits to retire.
Yeah. So
because it appears to have broken the game.
there you go.
There we go. So, fun fact about that is it's actually burned up any driver that was still out on track's tires.
Yep.
Just a fun fact, it still simulates tire wear. So you never want to be the first one across the line there because it will take forever.
Not gonna get a 0.7, not today. Hey man, you did a 0.9, which is 0.2 off. That is a mega lap.
Very good time. Very good time. A couple of people did get exceeding track limits warnings. Seta Relvan got one. Magical Forehead got one. Spanini got a double invalidation for crossing the white line on his lap. And then the final one was another Red Bull driver. But those only 4 invalidations of Brazil is remarkably good, considering just how tight that turn 2 is.
It's so tight, especially with the track limits. As soon as you go a millimeter over it, you're just cutting the entire corner. And it's instantly lap over, cooldown lap for the rest of it.
Right, let's look at what tires everyone's going to go for. The optimal strategy here is a soft to medium or medium to soft. If you can pull off tire wear management, otherwise you're probably looking for a medium to hard. You want the faster tire off the line. You don't want to be starting on hards because that will give you a disadvantage off the launch.
Bob's is on a default setup. Oh
Bob's
no.
is on a default setup. I think the other person who retired will also be on a default setup.
That's rough. All right.
But that does happen, unfortunately.
I'm gonna run through the top 10 real quick. Nope, no, we're not.
No, we're not, because we're going.
5 lights are on and they're off, and the drivers are away. It looks like Essenbach gets a good launch off the line. Looks like Arc did not get a great launch off the line. He's actually going to be going too wide there with Scary. Is he going to be able to hold the position? There's a lot of chaos back here. I'm going to focus on this front battle. Arc keeps the position, and there's 4 wide here between these drivers. There's going to be 3 wide still as they come across. There's going to be some contact between the Williams and the Red Bull drivers. There's still going on mayhem. 3 wide over here, and they're, oh my jeez, there's so much going on. Williams drivers.
So, I'd love to share my screen right now because I want you to be aware of what I'm looking at. And what I'm looking at is the finishing results of the race.
Yep.
And no, I'm not making that up. That is in the center of my screen.
I had that yesterday. Go ahead and restart your game.
God damn it. I just fixed it.
Exactly.
Carry on with the commentary.
Alright, so it's gonna be the same for the, well, Scary actually made a move on Spanini. Coming out at the end of lap 1, Essenbach leads the race. Arc in P2, Scary in P3, Spanini in P4, Lakota in P5, Magical Forehead P6, Edge P7, Bouncy P8, Sean in P9. Quickly to be, oh, he's sideways through the first turn. He's almost side by side. There's some contact there, as it looks like Bops is trying to make his way up the field. He got past the Red Bull driver, Kiss My Axe, but Kiss My Axe is actually getting pressured from Strappy. Strappy goes by, and Sean Phil is going to get passed by Bops here into turn 3, giving him a little bit of a squeeze on Sean's right side, Bop's right side. Looks like Sean's still side by side. No, he's not. But Bob spins it. Bob spins it, and it moves everyone up who was behind him, as there's still chaos going on. Strappy cuts the corner, going through the grass, trying to avoid people while he re-enters. John moves up into P11, Kiss My Axe P10, Sean back into P9, as Bops goes all the way back to last. That is an unfortunate sight to see as he was making his way back up through the field.
I hate to be that guy, but I need an invite.
I need an invite.
So I can get back in. A chaotic first lap, to say the least, but that's pretty much... I got kicked from the game zones again. Great.
Great,
maybe,
love you.
Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's not worth it.
Maybe it's not.
Maybe I should go to bed. I don't know.
Maybe.
Nah, let's keep it going. It has been a chaotic first couple laps here around Brazil, but that's, I think,
Oh.
traditional around Brazil as battles go on.
Sorry to cut you off. Gary tried to make a move on Ark. Ark was able to defend the position from Scary, but that brings Spanini back into this race for second place. Looks like these guys are having a mighty scrap for that second place behind Esteban. Kiss My Axe has rejoined the servers. I guess he got kicked as well. Let's see what's going on back here as Strappy's trying to make a move on Kiss My Axe's AI maybe. On his rear bumper, basically pushing him through the corner. Let's see, is he going to try to go around the outside? Nope, he made a late move, got a little squirrely, unable to make the move, and he's going to actually lose the position to John, as he is unable to recover it in timely manner. Let's see what's going on. Scary actually got past Ark, I didn't notice that. Where did he move there? As DRS is enabled this lap, Ark seems to be faster than Scary. Scary doesn't have any more battery flashing on his light. These drivers are running. Actually, Esteban's almost back into the reach of Scary, so he's going to be getting DRS if Esteban makes another mistake. He's on that 1.0 second. Oh! Esteban went big sideways through that corner, lost a 10th. He's going to be in DRS range of Scary now. Scary's going to get DRS, going to be able to defend easier from Ark, and the Ark is going to be able to defend from Spanini, so this is just going to become a giant DRS train for first place. Exactly what we want to see.
Whilst that's going on, I've just completed the Surviving His Silverstone Flip sticker for the compendium, because that is legitimately all I can do currently.
The compendium.
Yeah, well, it's what it's called. It's called the compendium. It's the sticker book. I have completed a sticker for the sticker book. I could use an invite if you have the ability.
Let's go ahead and see if I can.
Yeah, if you just drop me one. It doesn't appear to be kicking me off anymore, which is nice.
At least.
At least. I should be back in, then we can go again.
In the meantime that I was sending you that invite, we had a couple of people pick up a 3-second time penalty, including Bouncy Lakota and Angry Shadow, a little bit further back. That is easy to do here, as these track limits are very tight. You want to use all the curves to get the maximum traction.
Don't forget to hydrate, chat.
Yep, don't forget to hydrate, and like the video.
And like the video, subscribe if you're new. Don't click the bell, doesn't do anything.
It really doesn't.
It really doesn't. Like, if you click the bell if you want to feel like you've done something, it's like a...
it already sends you notifications.
Yeah, it will send you a notification anyway. I'm joining the session now, which is lovely.
It says you've joined.
It could say 1,000 things, but it's not saying I'm doing a good job. Anyways, back to the racing.
Looks like Spanini is really close on the back of Ark, as Sean made a mistake. This is mayhem for P8.
Oh no.
Oh, the Bouncy's gonna get pressure, and it's 3 wide coming out of turn 2. There's big contact, and cars are around. Cars are spinning on the racing line. Sean gets a huge tap from John.
Oh, and Shadow. I just saw Shadow cruising up. Meanwhile, Bobs has just cruised in for the overtake.
Yep, Bobs just gets a double overtake done on Angry Shadow and Sean. Sean and Angry are going side by side. Angry gets the position on Sean, but Angry goes wide. Sean's trying to look up the inside. He's able to make it move, and he's going to be able to take that position if Angry isn't able to hold it around the outside. Sean takes P13, and he's going to be looking at Bouncy. He's going to be stressing his tires. Bouncy on the soft tires. Let's actually see who's on tires right now. Bouncy, the only person on softs, so softs are going to be dying this lap, you think?
Yeah, this is about the lap where the softs would be gone, basically.
You can...
For either mediums or hards here, it depends on what you can make work. Everyone else, mostly, apart from Elvin at the back.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez! Oh, how is he alive?
How has he kept it going?
He's still going. He's now at the back of the field, but he's alongside Elvin as they come into turn one. He might be able to send it up the inside, but
No.
just no grip, no speed, no ERS, and Shadow gets another 3 second.
Elvin with the hard tires, it's going to be a lot harder for Bouncy to get past on those old rubbers, and it's not going to be a fun race for the rest of his time. It's going to be 11 laps to go after this one. Or, yeah, 11 laps to go after this one. And actually, Boss has recovered back into P11, only 5 seconds from John Doe's work in front of him. But that seems to be the action this stint. There's not going to be much else going on unless something happens with the front guys, with Arc, Spanini, and Scary.
Spanini was looking for a move there. His forehead will be the first to box
Forehead
from this
comes,
race. The Haas driver is in the pits.
comes into the pits. What do you think he's going on, hards?
It kind of has to be. It's a bit too long for softs. And if he
Yeah.
has Hail Married it onto softs,
He's on softs!
He is
Oh!
come for the miracle!
Oh no, this is gonna
Estemba gets a 3-second. That's not good.
That's gonna be his.
He keeps leading the race.
Yeah, he's gonna be moving down to P4 if nobody else gets a penalty, as the top four are 4.5 seconds up from the rest of the field.
Meanwhile, the other big battle currently ongoing on the track is the one happening just ahead of Magical Forehead now on track. Scrappy and John Doe's work have been basically head to tail the entirety of the last 3 laps. I've been
Actually,
watching them ever since I came in.
Bouncy and Elvin made contact. Bouncy's around on the racing line out of 3, and it looks like he's got it spun around and kept going, but that is going to be unfortunate for him. This race is not gone his way, as people are going into the pits. The Ferrari and the Mercedes are going into the pits. Scary and
Arc.
Yeah, they're going to be coming
Leiko
out.
will follow them through. No, Leiko does not pit. Let's look down the order as well.
Where do you
does
see
not
them
pit.
coming out? Maybe like P10?
They should be coming out around, I think, the Strappy John Doe's work battle currently. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them as they're now leaving head to toe in the pit lane. I think Arc's jumped Scary.
Arc has jumped Scary. That is correct. Kiss My Axe getting a 3-second penalty.
Right alongside this battle.
Oh, they are coming out alongside, especially with the less speed they're gonna have. They're coming out right in front of them. Oh, okay. They're on soft, so they're gonna have 1 lap fresher tires than Magical, but this is still 11 laps to run on these softs. It's gonna be brutal. They're gonna be in puncture territory. Nothing
Bouncy,
new.
by the way, his tires completely gone. Has actually gone off again. Trying to nurse the car back to the pits. Is now a lap down as there's a spinner. Spanini's gone round.
Spanini's gone around. What? What am I missing? Oh,
Spanini's gone round at the final corner.
It looks like he's gonna be maybe going into the pits, as those tires are probably dying now. Yep, as he goes into the pits. Bouncy staying out, actually.
I just saw Bouncy weave down the straight. I'm gonna go on board with him. I'm watching him. I'll let you know if.
Oh, there's a 3-wide battle up. Strappy, John Doe's work, and Magical Forehead. Magical Forehead's actually in the grass coming out of the last corner, and he's got it turned around back on track. But they were 3 wide, made some contact, as John Doe's work and Strappy were trying to not hit each other on the pit entry. A lot of people coming in for some brand new softs. Looks like maybe they're going to be coming out. Actually, Edge comes out. Edge gets squeezed on the inside of Estemba, who's just got onto some new rubbers. Arc goes in front of Scary and around Edge. Arc gets back around Scary. Edge is holding up Scary a little bit, but he's finally been able to get past him on the new rubber. Yeah, Estemba is gonna have this race in the bag. Newer tires. He does have the 3-second, but he's gonna have the tire advantage at the end of the race, and that 1 lap tire is gonna make a big difference.
Yeah, if you're wondering about the story, the ballad of Bouncy, he's very clearly now just trying to drift the car. He's been trying to send it through the middle sector. Was watching him on board. Was full tank slappers as
Arc sets a 9-7.
And Leiko and Edge both box. Spanini, of course, stays out, but he's 8 seconds back now. Bobs makes his pit stop as well. and I assume that Sean will be following him in, and he does.
Someone spun around. That's bouncy, I'm pretty sure. Sean gets a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pits.
It looked like he had it under control, but yes, Bouncy at this point is probably not worth watching because he is a man only causing pain unto himself.
I think he's going to be retiring here next lap, or the lap after. I do not think he's going to be doing very well.
Meanwhile, Estember has actually broke DRS to Arc up front.
Yeah,
1.4.
It's actually, the top three are actually getting more and more spread out, as Scary's almost out of that 1 second as well. He is out of that 1
He
second.
is. That's not good for them.
Estemba is running, but he doesn't have battery. Neither does Arc. Scary has the most battery of all of them, and it is barely any better. Estemba with the fastest lap, a 9:05. These guys are...
The only other major battles on track right now, the battle between Sean Tiller and Angry Shadow, but Angry Shadow has fell back about 8/10 in the middle sector. The other one is a battle for P4. Spanini, who did spin at the final corner, ended up pinning the same lap as Lakota, or a lap earlier than Lakota, but has ended up only a second clear, and Lakota does have DRS and is trying to close the gap.
Elvin comes into the pits on
They
the
were on
hard
hards.
tires. He's going to go on a soft 5-second penalty for Bouncy finally coming into the pits. And he is retired. You know, I did say it.
Yeah. I mean, you did call it as I hiccup and make a noise that I didn't even know was humanly possible. Either way, there is another battle about to take place, and that's the battle for P10. See, the drivers now coming up to heading up to T4 currently. There's a little bit of hostilities here. I don't think these two are going to take it nicely, as Bops goes firmly up the inside, says goodbye, John. It was a pleasure seeing you. Maybe next season you'll have a chance.
John's actually on the older tires, so Bops has more grip. Do you recognize the grip advantage on 1 lap old different tires? At least like new tires.
With a pair of softs, yes. With any other tire, no. It's really difficult to feel that advantage because 9 times out of 10 you're both driving within the same limitations when you've got the same tires.
Yeah.
But the issue with softs is they degrade so fast. They are constantly losing rubber. They are constantly breaking apart. You don't have the same grip lap on lap, and so 1 lap of difference can be all the difference. You can see it out front. Estemba was lapping pretty much the same as Arc and Scary and Spanini. Is now lapping a 3-4 tenths a lap faster. Just a fresh set of tires.
And
that's
actually,
all it is.
Bops is already almost 2 seconds ahead of Jonda's work.
Exactly. That's again, that could be either pace advantage or that could be tire advantage. Sometimes it can be a bit of both.
I was gonna say Bops is what, a tier 1 driver?
A very competent driver.
A very competent driver. Let's say that. Yeah. 2.5 seconds the gap to Jonda's work. That battle has already faded away. And lap 15 now, or 14.
Another battle that has faded away, unfortunately, is Lakota's battle with Spanini. Gap's opened up to 2 seconds. DRS is no longer a hope for Lakota. Despite the fresher tyres, that's the pace advantage we've seen out of Spanini, lapping pretty much equal to Estemba ever since they came out of the box. It was 10 seconds back, though. That's damage of 1 spin.
That 1 spin shot him in the foot. Actually, Estemba's already out of the 3-second range.
Ooh.
Going up.
Fox got any RES. Oof.
Going up through the penalties, Estemba, Lakota, and Kismax have a 3-second. Sean has the 5-second for speeding, and Angry Shadow has 2 3-seconds for cutting the track. Everyone has stopped, and nobody looks to be stopping again. The top 3 are actually on the oldest tires, including Magical Forehead.
Yeah, I mean, that was a given. They were the ones that led the pack into the pit lane.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do question the logic of Arc and Scary, because now we're starting to see Spanini reel them in. It was like 8/10 gain that lap from Spanini onto the back of Scary. as we've got a yellow flag in Sector 2 for an Aston Martin, but unfortunately for Ark, it is not Aston, but it was for Angry Shadow. He had a small mistake and has had another one there, heading up to the final corner.
Has the Ballad of Bouncy. I don't think it's gonna go down in that history.
I mean, I like the name. I like the
I
name.
like
I
it.
don't know what else to call it because it was rather sad as Kiss My Axe gets a penalty.
Kiss
Ooh.
My Axe is normally pretty clean.
That's rare. Edge must be really pushing him for that P7 spot, and in fact, that is the battle currently on track.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say.
Spanini's gone round.
Spanini's gone around one more time. Lakota's actually gotten past him. It's going to be a Ferrari 3-4 as he's going to have to get out of the way for Magical. He's going solely on the right-hand side. Magical Forehead gets P5. Spanini is relegated back down to P6 after another spin. Unfortunate for him, but Edge is going to get the move done on Kiss My Axe before the corner even happens. Is Kiss My Axe going to have anything to say after this DRS straight?
You have to remember DRS activation or detection point is there at the apex of turn 2.
DRS is open. He is burning battery. He's going to go up the inside. And
came across aggressive. I like
but they are still side by side.
Heading up to turn 5.
Edge has the outside. Is he able to hold it around there? He is going to be able to hold it. But he's going back down the inside. Just barely giving each other enough room to live with each other. Edge gets into P7. Kiss My Axe P8. That was a good little battle through Sector 1 and 2.
Yeah, meanwhile Spanini is now right on the back of Magical Forehead as well. Forehead on 8 lap old soft, Spanini on 6. That's the pace advantage. Because at this point they fell off a cliff for both drivers, but the cliff is so much steeper and so much more jagged and filled with rocks for Forehead. Spanini can afford to take the wide line round onto the main straight around the outside, clean as you like, goes a bit deep on the braking, but will hold onto position as a yellow flag in Sector 2 for another spinning Aston, and that is again Angry Shadow and not our race leader.
Sean actually made another pit stop. He's on fresh rubber. He's probably going to go for that fastest lap. Let's see if he's going to be able to make it. As Strappy had a little bit of an incident coming out of turn 2. He spun around, gave Boss P9. And it looks...
Well, Angry Shadow is parked in a wall currently.
Yep.
And it's currently Austin Powers it, I think.
It does look like it, yes.
It is a very foot on board. I'm not sure. He's turning left and going right.
Yeah.
It's
like if his suspension was broken, but that can't happen in this game.
It's like you can see him turning all the way to the right and just going nowhere. And
Angry Shadow disqualified
for being parked at a dangerous location.
You know, that makes sense.
That does. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, Magical Forehead chasing after Spanini now for that P5 again.
He's going to go on down the...
into side 1.
Oh, he got the move done. Okay, I was going to say that was going to be a squeeze.
Meanwhile, Edge is under pressure from Kiss My Axe. These two battles, for the lower end of the points, so very interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So, talking about lower end of the points, how do you feel about the regulation suggestions that they're doing to make points go down to P12 or maybe even P15?
I think it's good for inspiring more FTs to try and turn up every week. I think it's a good idea in principle. As Estemba has won this race.
Yep, Estemba wins the race. Ark, P2. Scary is going to be in P3. No penalties in the top 3, but P4 is going to go to Lakota, who does have a penalty. It is just a 3 second.
Is it a 3? It's a 3, yeah.
It's not going to be anything.
Meanwhile then, Spanini, can he catch Magical Forehead? The answer is no.
Yeah, no, he's not going to be able to do anything.
Kiss My Axe, though. Kiss My Axe.
Oh,
no!
He lost it on the back straight.
He hit the back of Edge. And I think Bob's has hit him.
Bob's has hit him. Bob's hit him. Bob's hit Strap. Bob's moves up to P8, actually, after Strappy's and Kismax's penalties. Next person across the line is John Does Work, and the last person across the line is going to be Elvin. Sean did not get the fastest lap there at the end, but he did get lapped, so he didn't have to finish that race.
A great race from Bobs, by the way. Started P15 in this one, finishes P8 chaotically, but did get there. So he will absolutely take that up 7. He is the big mover and will
100%.
probably get driver
Yep,
of the
there
day.
you go. As you called it. Bob's race did just keep getting worse, Bouncy. That is true. And Sean, you were in last. It's okay. You, it's not new for you to be in last, is it?
Oh, that's brutal.
Oh,
Brutal.
I can say that because he
But
didn't
brutal.
participate much in last season. He started as a
Either way,
reserve.
I hope he's okay.
Bouncy, I do believe it. You were spinning a lot that first stint, and then it didn't go very well after. My car was on skates with those setups. I mean, considering you still got P8, I don't think it was on skates enough. So, going down the finishing order one more time, Estemba is going to win the race. Our first rookie is going to be Ark, and then Scary, Lakota, actually, 3 out of 5 people in the top 5 are rookies. And
Yeah.
then Spanini is
Well,
going to be
I thought Estemba was one.
P6. Yeah.
Is Estemba not a rookie?
No. I don't think
No?
so. I think I've seen him a couple of times. Edge is going to be
Probably in
P7.
rookie races.
No. No.
No.
Strappy P9. Nobody cares about anyone but the rookies. Elvin P12.
Yeah. And
Ton.
TP is in the lobby. I apologize that you aren't winning.
Yep. Sucks.
Get good.
Get good.
Also, please draft me. But that's besides the point. What we do have are some great young drivers now ready to go. We've got Master Turtle coming in for the second race here, and they are going to be racing at one of my favorite tracks of all time.
GB.
GB baby.
I don't like this
We'll
truck.
also be joined. Why?
I don't like the third sector. No, sorry, the second sector.
That sounds like a you problem. Also, as a point of point of reference, Estemba will not be doing the second race.
Ooh.
That's a very interesting call. But Maud is in charge of the lobby, and so hopefully we won't have any issues on that front.
Did he just get kicked?
No, Estemba will not be doing the second race.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
Estemba
like,
has elected to not do the second race, which means
we're gonna have some better fighting for the P1 spot.
not even that. I think we're just gonna have some very good racing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 3 rookies that are coming into this season are going to be very, very interesting to watch. Ark, Scary, and Lakota were in the top 3 that entire race. Or
You know what I forgot to do?
top 4. What's up?
I forgot to open the league racing. Cool.
That would be good to open,
Yeah, I feel like I may be murdered now by my Camu. I'm
MRK.
sorry. MRK, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you.
Please forgive me.
I love you.
I didn't have anything to do with this.
It is not my fault.
It's not my
said
fault.
it.
Please.
Not my fault. I couldn't find it.
He was trying to get into the lobby.
Exactly. Like I was having my own issues.
So Master Turtle has replaced Estemba for this coming race.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and move.
Well, let's get the live timing up first and foremost, so I can have a look at that. For reference now, we are going to have access to a lot more info than we did before. So, it's going to be fun.
As in, we as in you, because
we
I don't
as
have
in
it
me,
up.
and me as in presenting it.
Yep. You're
Anyway,
getting P1? I doubt it, Sean. Not gonna lie to you. We got some fast people in here. What did I think of your interesting performance, Magic? Get better.
There was a performance.
There was a performance, yep. I'm getting P27.5. Ark hates this track. Bops is getting P0.
All
So,
right, predictions. Who's getting pole? I'm going Arc.
so let me switch back to the game, and then we'll
Yeah.
see. Because I had it on our
Also,
faces. On
also,
our
as I load everything in, a couple of people are not set up correctly. So, for
Ark.
example, I do have Tiller, but Strappy is now Capacy. So, good job.
Capacity.
Um,
Well,
Also, Elvin is Hokage Roldy.
Okage, that's funny.
And Arc is Wills.
Anyone want to lend me some wings, says Bouncy?
Well, Pappy's got Pacers coming in, so maybe he can lend you some.
Drew
Because we,
Lassard says Ark, hurry up. First person out on track is Sean, so let's see what he's gonna do on his first lap. Actually, Ark said that the pole he thinks is gonna be Master Turtle.
he thinks it'll be Master Turtle. All right. Well, we haven't seen anything of Master Turtle, as they were not present
I
for the
haven't
first
seen
race.
anything.
Yeah. So it will be the Williams that will be first to cross the line, and that is Sean, who has immediately mullered cops, and I'm so scared for what he's about to do to Maggots and Beckett's.
Let's watch.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh,
Yeah, he's not getting P1.
he's not getting P1. Okay.
I'm thinking maybe I'm thinking
P12?
Scary, Bops, Magical Forehead, and Ark. Those are my four people.
I'm gonna go. Based off of what we've heard from chat. I'm gonna go Master Turtle. Kiss My Axe.
That's an interesting one.
Scary.
Okay.
And then everything else.
So, I'm predicting top 5 is gonna have those 3 you said, and then Ark. You said Ark?
I said Ark.
Okay.
I did not say Ark. Ark is in the everyone else.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Ark and Magical Forehead are gonna do good.
By the way, at 27.6.
Kiss My Axe over Ark is insane, says Drew.
I am insane.
That is true.
I don't know these people, and I think I'm not in the minority there.
Nope.
So we're learning about their pace in real time, and if he does decide to smash him, he smashes him. Fair play to him. But Sean is currently with the fastest first sector. Lako matched it
and
down
he's
to the
invalid.
100th. Well, that was great.
He just invalidated.
Well, Lako has matched it to the 100th. Kiss My Axe 2/10 slower. As Jesus, I think he's just DNF'd.
Damage is off. Damage is off.
Okay. Lucky. He would be dead otherwise. The guy to watch now is Lako. Scary has gone 3/10 faster in the first sector.
Master Turtle just set a first sector. Scary is on an outlap.
Nope, Scary is on a... Scary's on an outlap.
Master
27.5 first sector from John. 27.4 from Ark.
Oh, Master Turtle is invalidated at the same place as Sean. That's not ideal. A lot of people are invalidating their laps. Who's going to be the first person to come across the line on a valid lap? It's going to be Kiss My Axe.
Believe so.
Kiss My Axe is coming across the line now to set the benchmark. Not a good last corner. Or last two corners.
Lap altogether, to be fair.
He's on mediums, actually. It's going to be a 28.2.
Couple of tenths off in every sector for all intents and purposes. So now let's see. Only Scary's on an outlap.
Let's see what Elvin does. He's the next person to be on a lap. It doesn't look like it's too good. It's going to be about the same 29.0 for Elvin.
Lost the time in the first and last sector. The middle sector matched rather well.
Next person is going to be Ark. Ark comes across the line with a 25.6.
That's more representative. Here comes Angry Shadow. Is looking to try and slot into that P2 position. Does so rather well. Other drivers on lap.
Strappy just finishes his lap. It's going to be just barely behind.
Ooh.
Magical Forehead as well. Shadow
That's a second
actually.
off.
Oh yeah. But just behind is in like on track or
Oh
on
yeah.
quali. Spinini actually goes 4 tenths faster. Bob's goes 3 tenths faster than Spinini.
And it's
Still,
27-1.
still 4 tenths down on the leaders.
As Scary begins his lap. Scary coming around now. Also on a lap is the Red Bull of Bouncy. Let's catch up with him. Not a good lap from Bouncy.
He's also on low ERS mode, so it is gonna be
Oh,
not
his first lap
ideal.
was invalidated. That would explain it.
Yeah.
27.8 first sector. The Aston Martin of Master Turtle, by the way, had a 27.2 first sector.
That is quick.
That is very quick. Scary with a 27.3 first sector, though. A very good first sector, but I'm not sure if they've been able to keep that going now.
He is using ERS, so he is on a push lap. Let's go ahead and finish out the lap with him. It's gonna be good through cops. Let's see how, if he doesn't invalidate here, a lot of drivers have. He's good through there. Maggots and Beckett's. He doesn't get a great exit, but it's good enough. Let's see what his second sector
out of the
time
way.
is.
As Bop's there on the outside of the line, if you didn't see.
Yep. And it looks like...
Middle sector. What are we looking at? 35-1. That's a very solid middle sector.
Sean says he went out first and couldn't even get P1. That sounds about right. As Scary comes across the line, it's going to be a 25.86. It's going to put him P3 in front of Bops. Respectable. Solid 0.6 off my SCRL time. That's not bad. I mean, if you did a 25.0 on your banker lap, that would have been nuts.
It would have been. Either way, a couple of drivers.
Bops forgot his ERS.
Forehead on an in lap, I believe. No, he's on a hot lap, but he's 6 tenths down, so I don't really know if he's pushing.
Sean just started a lap. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, the Williams driver still yet to set a representative time in this session. Did have a 27.6 first sector and a 36.2 middle before in the invalidation. We'll see what he sets this time through the first sector.
First sector time looks to be a 27.6 again.
So matching gone wide through there has not hooked it up very well. Now through the long right. Back end wants to go, does not grip up properly.
That's going to lose him a lot of time through this corner. That you need to get such a good run out of that hairpin, or else you're going to lose a 1/10 or more.
Kept it on the track for cops. Now into Maggots and Beckett.
See?
Can he hook it up? Oh, it takes a lot of curb.
And he invalidated it. And he goes straight. Yep. Yep.
Meanwhile, on track, Magical Forehead was on a flying lap. It wasn't a good one, and so has completely backed out. Is now actually following Bops around on a lap, or
Looks
maybe
like...
on a lap of his own. It's very hard to tell.
Because my axis just started a lap.
Let's have a look at Forehead. Forehead is up on his first sector. He's up by 6,000 in his first sector.
Just barely up. Let's see what he can do out of the exit of Maggots and Beckett's for Delta-wise.
I'll be watching Kiss My Axe's Deltas as well, as he is the only other driver on a flying lap.
Looks like he
took first sector.
Magical Forehead had a great run through Maggots and Beckett's there. Got a good run out of the line. Actually, is down. He's down on his fastest.
Down. In that middle sector. Meanwhile, Kiss My Axe is up by 1/4 of a second in the first sector alone on his personal best.
He nearly got track limits on cops. Let's see how he takes Maggots and Beckett's. Pretty decent. Not a great run out of the corner. Actually, it's pretty good. He is 8 tenths down.
Oof.
That's going to put him at least into the 27s. And that's going to put him at up to P7 if he gets a 27.0.
Chooses to box. Meanwhile, the other driver's currently going. Ark has gone faster in the first sector by 9,000ths of a second. We also know that the Williams is on a lap. He's slow in the first sector, so his lap is not going to be representative.
It showed me
Other
that Arc was on a quarter of a second down on the first sector.
Delta tells me different. Delta is accurate.
Well,
Bobs is up. Bobs is Hutton right now. That's a quarter second up in the first sector, according to the Deltas currently.
Arc is 4/10ths down.
Meanwhile, Master Turtle, by the way, 27-1 first sector, 0.235 up in the middle. Coming around the final two corners, hasn't invalidated this lap, is actually on a absolute corker.
And it's going to be
goes pole.
Provisional pole by 6/10ths. Let's see what Arc can do. He's going to be coming across the line now. It's going to be a 0.2. He's not able to get it back. So for now, Master Turtle has provisional pole.
Bobs is up by half a second overall on his flying lap, so he's going to be pushing very close towards that P3 position. If he can hook up the final corner, he does.
He gets P3.
It clean. Other drivers on laps, I believe Kiss My Axe is on a lap and was on a lap and was cooking. Let's have a look around the rest of the table.
Bouncy's just now starting a lap. Angry Shadow is down on his time, or he's starting a lap as well.
Yeah, Angry Shadow hasn't popped up on my radar yet, has matched his first sector to the 100th. So, not necessarily improving just yet. Bouncy, meanwhile, 27.8 is a little ways off the pace. Pete has now joined the lobby, by the way.
Oh man, this is going to be fun with Pete in here. Right, I've had enough and I'm going to cook, says Sean. Sean, you haven't even set a time. Come on. Stop invalidating it.
Sean, if you can just get Maggots and Beckett's right, you're going to be fine.
Yeah,
right now, you've not got it right once. Speaking of not getting it right, Bouncy is all over the sausage curb into Maggots and Beckett's. Has gone very wide and is very lucky to have not invalidated. 36-1 middle sector. Still faster than John's. So...
Let's see what he's able to do.
This will be the back half.
Oh, he invalidated!
Yep. And has absolutely yeeted it into a wall. Meanwhile, Scary has just started a flying lap. We'll see how he does. He is on contention for a pole as well. He's the only, or the slowest of the drivers in the 25s.
He's gonna have to find 8.5 tenths to get on pole. That is gonna be that is gonna be a find.
Well, he has matched his first sector down to the thousandths, so he is on a pretty decent start to his lap. He's also the only driver on a lap currently. So we'll see how he does now, heading towards Cops. Dangerous corner, rides the curb, tries to hook up, misses the apex slightly. It's not exactly what you need on a flying lap like this. Now into Maggots and Beckett's, hooks it up beautifully for the first two. Gets the car slowed down and turned in for the last one.
Beautiful.
Again a bit wide, but keeps it together, up by 1/10.5. Now chasing down maybe a front 2 rows. He is currently on pace to knock Strappy out of P4. Can he get the final sector right?
It does look like it. He just got a little bit loose, it looked like there. He's going to be coming across the last two corners, avoiding that sausage curb, getting some good traction out of there. Coming across the line now, it's going to be moving Strappy down just barely by a 10th exactly.
Yeah, gained another 10th in the final sector. A great final sector from him. Meanwhile, Kiss My Axe is on a lap currently. Is up by 4/10ths on his own personal best first sector.
A little bit wide there.
Up by a second.
Oh, that's going to put him
Kiss
at least in the 26s.
27.2. Yeah, he's currently on for 27.2. As long as he hooks this final sector up, he could be even quicker. He'll be looking for a front 4th row start here. Has he got the final two corners?
It is going to be a 26.5. He improved by 1.7. He's gonna.
The crazy part is he's still 1.5 off of pole.
Exactly. He's gonna have to find another 1.5. Wow.
Meanwhile, Sean Tiller has started his flying lap, a very important one for him. 27.5 first sector. Not a bad lap so far. Comes
This-
through Cops.
He's only
Can't
gonna have
really...
this in next lap, so he's gonna have
Yeah.
to hook it up.
This is it. Fatilla has cut it fine, but has kept it together. But he's just missed the apex of the final corner of that section.
He was
He's
trying
lost
to
a
be
bunch of time.
cautious. Try to get a little cheeky slipstream there.
Now around the final few quarters, this is the most dangerous one. One wheel on the curb, you can completely lose the back end. But hasn't done so now.
Looks like you get
Hooks it
some
up, final
decent
two quarters,
traction.
back end is going. He fights it to the line, gets P9.
26.9 for Sean there. Kiss
Not
my
a bad
ex.
time.
Invalid. So everyone's going to be going out here since it is the last 2 minutes of the race, or the quali session.
Yeah, Bouncy will be the first to set a normal time on this final run. Everyone else will be crossing the line to start their laps very soon. So Bouncy will be the first.
Scary
and then it will be Shadow.
has retired into the pits. He is very confident that he's not going to be moving. Let's see what Bouncy has, and then we'll move on to the next people to set their laps. Bouncy currently, I think, down on his time. Am I right?
He's on a 27.9. He hasn't set a time yet, as Sean has been disqualified for going the wrong way, meaning he will start at the back of the grid.
Well, Sean, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's why you don't drive backwards, Sean. Either way, Bouncy currently trying to set a lap time. Hasn't set one as of yet. It's gone a 35.6 in the middle sector, which is not a bad middle sector either.
It's going to be in the 26s if he can hook this last part.
Up the board, P5 Strappy just set fastest first sector of anybody.
Bouncy got an unfortunate last sector. He's going to set a 27.5. He lost a lot of time in that last sector.
Right, Arc is improving. Strappy is improving. Spanini is improving, currently at the front of the field. Those are the three drivers to watch out for. There is an Aston Martin in the final sector. That's Angry Shadow. He's up by about 2/10 in that middle sector.
Strappy's going to be the first person to come across the line in the top four.
Who else is next?
It's gonna look...
I'm looking down the order, like, as much as I can. Leiko goes P9.
Magical Forehead now starting his lap. Same with...
Strappy P2!
Strappy
goes P2.
Strappy improved by half a second there. Next person
Arc
across the line
improving.
is going to be Arc. He's only 800ths down. Let's see if he can improve at all. It's not going to be an improvement.
No.
Well, it is an
25.6.
improvement. It is an improvement, but it didn't move him up anywhere.
Spanini doesn't improve either. It gets into the 25s, but doesn't go anywhere.
Master Turtle's going to be coming across the line. It's going to look like he did not improve. He just basically matched his time. No improvement. Still
so
on
the last
pole.
driver is Bops.
Yeah.
Can really dethrone him. I don't think Magical Forehead can string a lap together. He's up by 3/10 to be fair, but he's a couple hundreds off of where he needs to be. Bops is the driver to watch right now. 25.3 has matched himself in the first and middle sectors.
Sean says he wanted to start at the back. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Let's see what he's done in the middle sector. He's still matching. He needs a Hail Mary last sector if he wants pole right now. Let's see. He's up by half a tenth. Coming into the final sector. Whips the car through.
Let's
into
see.
The final three corners.
That was a good last corners. Let's see how he does coming across the line. It's going to be...
tight. Oh, he can't improve.
He got an improvement, but it wasn't able to move him down. Magical Forehead was retired as he wasn't able to improve. Nobody else looks to be improving. Everyone else has done. Ripperies. Bops, you almost had it.
Bops with an insane lap to get P4 in the end as well, though. Because I feel like if Scary had another set of tyres to go and just timed the runs better, they could have absolutely gone for pole as well.
Drifted through Beckett's, he said. Arc.
that would explain why you dropped off nearly 3/10 in the middle sector. So
Messing
either
up.
way, a
Yeah.
dramatic qualifying session here at Silverstone.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't expect it to be that bad or that dramatic. People changing for the lead, challenging for the lead. Excuse me. I'm not wording today.
It's fine. Let me take it from here. Master Turtle and Scrappy will be your front row for the for the race around Silverstone. Ark and Bops will take out the second row. P3, P4, P5 goes to Scary Spanini in P6. Kiss My Axe 7th. Magical Forehead 8th. Lakota gets a P9 away from Angry Shadow in P10, knocking Pete and Edge out of the top 10. They will start 11th and 12th respectively. Bouncy gets P13 in the end with his one conventional lap that got classified, and 11 will end up in P14 as the last drivers who set a qualifying time. John Doe's work did not set a lap on any set of tyres for this qualifying session, and Sean ended up driving backwards and thus got disqualified after being what would have been a P12.
Oh,
And with that, don't forget to hydrate.
don't forget to hydrate. So, in the first race, we had 7 people within the same second of pole. Now we have 6 people within the same second of pole around a longer track, correct?
Much longer, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Also,
That is pretty
a much
decent.
more confusing one in terms of tyre for the race, because strategy is a lot more difficult around here than it is around Brazil. It's not like you can just pull off a medium hard and that's it, or a softer hard and that's it. This
Yeah.
one, softs are very much viable. So are the mediums, and you can see when we cut to the start line, I think a lot of drivers have gone for the medium tyre, especially at the front.
Let's see what they're having to do. It hasn't started yet. But yeah, this track is very good for tire strategies. We saw it in the real race and we see it in 50% races a lot. People can go for alternate strategies and it will work as lights are coming on. 3, 4, and 5 lights are on. They turn off and the drivers are away now as Master Turtle gets a decently good launch, and so does Strappy. Strappy gets a good launch. They're not side by side, but behind them is side by side. Bops gets the move done on Arc, and he's already up into P3 as Arc goes on the inside. Defends well, but Arc actually gets attacked by Scary. Scary gets up into P4, getting a little bit of contact coming out of the what is that, village?
I believe so, yeah, onto the Wellington Straight.
And Spanini's gonna try to go get a switchback on Arc, as Scary and Arc are still battling it out here. This is a lot less hectic than the first race, but they are still side by side with Bouncy and Lakota.
Moving to Cops side by side at the front though, Turtle under pressure from Strappy, and I think Strappy is just at the fault back behind for P2. Those two battling neck and neck the entirety of the first lap. A great move there from Turtle to get that position back, secure it. Meanwhile, down the field, there are moves happening all over the shop. All the way down the order. I think Ark is now going for a move back on Scary.
Scary defending. Oh, Scary on the curb, barely leaving enough space on the outside for the Mercedes driver of Arc. Arc goes on the inside. Scary gets a little bit on the grass. He's gone deep, and Arc gets the position. As Scary loses a couple of positions, he's already down to P6. Magical Forehead also trying to go around the outside, but unable to do so. I read in chat, Tessarosa said, Strappy is not Strappy, it's actually Trappy. As they're going side by side through Village, Trappy is getting a move done around the outside. Is he able to hold it? They're still side by side. That is very close. That is a ballsy corner to do it at.
Turtle's going back though. You can see him trying to get the run into the corner, and Bobs almost goes into the back of them. That's how tight this top 5 is. They are all nose to tail coming around now onto the Sir Lewis Hamilton straight. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another move into Cops at some point during this race, because I feel like that's where this race is going. It's going to chaos.
Actually, if you look a little bit further down, Edge and Lethal Peter, 1/10 separating them. Nothing's gonna happen as they're coming into
Did you call him Lethal Peter?
Lethal Peter.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
I didn't mean to, but maybe I did. Actually,
Bounce's completely messed the ending of
Bob's is
Maggots
getting
and Beckett.
pressure.
Oh yeah, Ark is right there. Currently, by the way, if you're wondering who's on for fastest lap of the race, it's gonna be Bob's.
Not
At the end of this
surprising.
lap.
He's getting the DRS. He's getting the, not DRS, the slipstream from the two cars in front.
And
Spanini.
every one of the top 5 just took the fastest lap back to back.
Spanini actually grabs the fastest lap as DRS gets enabled. They're going to have DRS for this Wellington straight. As nothing's going on.
Trappy's gone defensive.
Yep, Trappy's trying to get the move done, or Turtle's trying to get the move done on Trappy, but he's unable to find any room. Trappy actually defending very well, trying to keep him out of the DRS without weaving.
Yeah, set up a great move out of the final 2 corners heading onto the Wellington straight. Went deep into one to try and force Turtle wide and just sort of upset the angle. But again now, Turtle is right up the rear, heading towards Cobbs. They are nose to tail. I thought they would make contact. But great driving from the both of them to avoid it. Now into Maggots and Beckett. Turtle backing out of the move. Doesn't want to get that close.
I was just looking at the battle for between Edge and Pete. Actually, Edge looks to have lost another position to Bouncy. Pete got the move done out. Oh, as actually Bouncy gets off track, and Sean actually moves in front of Bouncy as well. I was just about to say, Edge got overtaken by Pete coming out of the hairpin before the Sir Lewis Hamilton straight.
Oh, and Axe has got the move done on Magical Forehead as well. For P7.
Yep, I just switched onto it as soon as they did that. That was very good to watch the ending of. And actually, looking back at Trappy, he is still on the rear, rear wing.
Trappy is on the rear wing of Master Turtle?
Mm-hmm.
When did this happen? I'm sorry, I thought this was the other way around last lap.
Well,
by the way. Look at Turtle. Straight to the left, and everyone follows suit.
The DRS is very strong here. They're trying to get a move done a little bit behind Spanini on Arc, unable to find any room, as actually Magical Forehead gets in front of Kiss My Axe. And
gone deep though through here, and I think Axe is looking for a move back. Just didn't get the grip.
He didn't get the traction coming out, even though he's on the softer tires.
Going. Oh, Forehead gives it back?
I think he may have a problem. Oh, he got tapped.
He's got a technical fault.
He got a... Yeah, it looked like he got, like, the lean mixture or whatever from career mode. He's just going very slowly as Edge actually taps him coming into Cops. Got the beautiful switchback.
Meanwhile, Trappy is back up into the lead of the race. They're side by side, heading into the final chicane complex. Can he get the job done? Yes, he can. Trappy gets back into the lead of this Grand Prix. 30 laps of this. I wish we had 20.
We're already 4 laps done. This is the 5th lap. And look at the gap from P6 to P7.
It's 2 groups. There is the train behind Kiss My Axe and P, and there is the train behind Trappy and Turtle.
Oh, there is a literal train.
Yeah, as I think we've had Forehead go off. Forehead's gone off the track at turn 2. He's just backed out and has gone back to last place. I don't know what's happened.
Trappy's gone down.
Some technical issue.
Trappy switched positions with Master Turtle at the end of the Wellington Straight. This is a mighty battle. I think they're working together just a little bit to not get bops into this race.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
side by side. Oh, Trappy lifted out of it. That was smart.
Meanwhile, Ark in the background there, going a little bit deep. I'm watching from on board of Scary right now, who's got a great view of the back end of all 5 of these cars in the train. This is what happens at Silverstone, oftentimes. DRS is so prominent. Everyone gets in a train, and meanwhile, Scary's actually gone for the move on Spanini, who got caught lacking, did not pay attention and has lost a position now to the Ferrari.
Trappy and Master Turtle are actually side by side. Trappy back on the inside. He's able to. He tried to
Turtle's
recreate the
kept
move.
it.
He tried to recreate the move. He wasn't able to. Turtle got a snap of oversteer on power. Actually getting harassed by Bops now. Bops is actually
is
getting
pinned
overtaken
in.
as well by Ark. Ark and Bops are going side by side. They backed out of it, so Ark keeps the position. Ark and
Bob's
Bops
got
keep.
back.
Oh,
Bob's
there
is
you
heading up
go.
the inside. Oh, they've contact. The
Oh,
Ferrari now.
oh
Scary's
man.
coming through.
His camera angles are not helping. Scary.
Forehead retires in the pit lane.
Actually, the order is the same for everybody, but the front two. The front two have switched positions one more time. Trappy back into the lead. Turtle unable to make the move at the last sector or the first corner.
Meanwhile, Pete has got the move done on Kiss My Axe into turn, I think that's turn 5? No,
I think
turn
that is.
6 at the end of the Wellington Straight.
Yeah.
It's 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not very good with numbers. But again, the packs are splintering again. And we've got to look at the front pack because there's 6 drivers all battling for the win.
Yeah, any of these drivers could get the win. Anyone could make a mistake and they would be right back into the win.
Trappy is blinking. Trappy's got no ERS. He's a sitting duck in a straight line.
Especially with no DRS. Actually, these guys are juking it out. I'm gonna look through.
Scary gets a 3-second.
Scary and Panini.
Meanwhile,
Panini.
Scary first to pit from the pack. Ark also pit. He's
Ark
sped
gets a
into the
5.
pit lane now.
Ark gets a 5. Scary
Wow.
gets 2 3s. Bouncy gets a 5.
5-second as well. Lakota also got a 5, I believe. No, it just popped up incorrectly. Either way, the pack at the front of 4.
Oh my god, what has happened back here? This pit stop is nuts. Everyone has gotten penalties in the last 15 seconds.
It's ridiculous. Either way, all we can focus on right now is the battle at the front because it's still Turtle, it's still Trappy, but Trappy doesn't have the ERS to attack the back of Turtle. And I think that's giving Bob's ideas here.
Bops is actually
Turtle
the
can pull
highest.
away.
Bops has the highest ERS out of all these guys. He's letting Trappy and Turtle just use their ERS, and he's saving his, and that's just being beneficial to him. As Spanini is no longer in contention for this win. He has a 3-second.
Yeah, meanwhile, Edge has actually got past Kiss My Axe. Of course, Edge on those medium tyres. He started on the mediums, everyone else started on the softs. Everyone else is relative to each other on pace.
Pete is gonna have to defend here. These 3 cars are tight, and they might get the move done on him.
He and Axe did just get simultaneous 3-second time penalties. Edge has got the move done, as now we see
Turtle has a 5.
5
Turtle has a 5. Trappy has a collision.
Turtle.
Oh, that could have been why Turtle got a 5-second.
Edge gets a 5
Everyone
seconds
has 5 seconds. Everyone's getting penalties.
I think
Bob's is the only
person without a penalty.
Bob's, Angry Shadow, and John Does Works are the only people without penalties right now.
Meanwhile, let's see now what the undercut does, because we've got Scary coming around the final corners now, as the leaders are starting to pull out of the pit lane. I want to know if the undercut has worked here, or is it the overcut? Now coming out of the pit lane, pit limiter off as they come around. Scary is wrapping his way around turn 1. He's up to speed. He is challenging for the lead. He's made the jump on 3.
P2. He's moved up into P. Actually, Bobs would still have the race win here on penalties, but on track, he is P3 on the...
And meanwhile, Scary now's got the momentum as well. He's carried it out of the pit lane into the lead of the Grand Prix from the back of this pack of 6 to the front.
On 1 lap of an undercut. That is a very, very good undercut. You have to remember, their tires are still warming up. His are already warm, and they're just moving. Now they're warming up through the second sector, but he's already in the lead. They're going to have to pass him for it. As Lakota gets another 3-second. Actually,
really pushing. He really wants to get past. Spanini gets another 3-second. Unfortunate for him. But
this race for
everyone
the lead
is pushing so hard.
Yeah, exactly. This race for the lead is actually becoming a a 5 horse race as Ark has gotten out of the DRS. He's 2 seconds back from the top five.
Yeah, it all comes down to has Ark got enough life in those soft tires? Because he also pit that lap earlier with Scary, who
He
has
might have
dropped
gotten
back.
in Scary
You
with the
know,
fastest lap. Ark with the
yeah,
fastest lap.
Ark is pushing. Ark has to push
Yeah.
right now, and I'd be interested to see what sort of lap times he's setting. He's gone full purple through that lap because he knows he needs
It's
to
going
get
side
back
by
onto
side
that
with
train.
Bops and Scary, actually. Master Turtle has made the move back on Scary. I didn't even realize it. Bops
And he's
tried to
almost
make
got
the
the
move.
second. Scary's almost completely lost Turtle here.
Yep, he almost did. Bops is going on the
He's going for it
inside.
again.
Oh,
He's
Bops is
got
able to
it.
make the move. And
Clean as you
actually,
like.
Trappy's trying to look up the inside as well as he's carrying more speed as Scary. Scary seems to be struggling a little bit. He's gone from first to third already. That lap undercut is already not paying off for him.
Yeah, you have to remember, Trappy is the biggest sort of loser of this Constantina effect. When it came to the pit stops, he was in P1, P2, now down to P4, has two other cars between him and first place, and one of them is Bops, who hasn't got any penalties as Scary's got all out of sorts, coming on to the hangar straight, and that's given Trappy, sorry, P3 as a gimme.
And actually, they're both flashing, or Trappy's flashing. Scary's on the edge of flashing, but the guys up front are actually saving their ERS. Master Turtle is on 10% more ERS than Bops here, so if Bops can save ERS for the next 2 laps, he might be able to get this on track.
Not closing. Arc is no longer closing up to the back of Spanini, which is the worst case scenario for the Mercedes driver. By the way, I want to point out that it is 6 different constructors battling for the race win as well here. It's 6 different cars, all in a train. There's no teamwork, there's no cohesion, there's no brand loyalty. Everyone wants to win for their respective car. And right now, it looks like Master Turtle will get it on track, but Bops will get it overall.
Actually, side by side with Lethal Pete and Sean, that makes 8 different constructors in the top 8 spots of this race.
And the only ones that are missing, well, the Haas, who retired, and the Red Bull, who is in P10. So, oh no, the Haas is in P2. Red Bull and...
Aston, no.
No. Mercedes, no. Ferrari, no. Red Bull, no. Alpine, no. McLaren, no. Alfa Romeo?
Alfa Romeo. I could not remember which was the last
one. It was one of the A's. I knew it was one of the A's. Either way, battle at the front. Bobs is now within 2/10 of Master Turtle.
Actually, Master Turtle is, I think, struggling a little bit on his ERS. He's having to use because Bobs is putting so much pressure on him. Bobs, I think, has a little bit of the pace advantage on Master Turtle.
Bobs is lower ERS. Bobs is also burning. Meanwhile, Trappy is trying to keep with them. He's burned. Everyone's burned. There's not a single driver in the top 6 that hasn't got more than 20.
Other than Master Turtle. Master Turtle's on 30.
Master Turtle saving it. Maybe going to let Bobs through on this one just to let him go ahead so he can get the run.
This may be practice. This may be Bobs and Master Turtle trying to see what's going to happen on the last lap. Remember, we've got 2 more laps after this one. As Bobs gets a little sideways out of that corner, that's going to ruin his run through Cops. 2 Cops. As I'm going to be looking through
my axe has got Sean.
Oh.
We're now up to 9 constructors.
9 constructors in the top 9.
9. Meanwhile, Sean Tittle will be getting a point from this race regardless, I think, at this point. 9 seconds to get back to Laco. It's not going to be caught anytime soon. Meanwhile, here comes Master Turtle and Trappy, who are both back-to-back right now, chasing down Bobs. I think Trappy might look for the move. He will.
Oh, he goes deep. He goes deep. And he touches Bobs and Trappy have spun. They've spun it. So that gives the win to Master Turtle. Scary's still on the back of him, but...
Scary's all over the shop because Spanini's recognised I'm on for P2 right now.
Spanini's on P2.
Now Spanini has 2 laps. He has a little bit more ERS than his rival behind him in Scary. Ark is now up to P4 on track.
This is a wild last 4 laps of the race.
Master Turtle needs to put the hammer down now. He needs to break that gap to Spanini. He can't give him hope that there is a chance that he could maybe steal the win here. The gap is coming down. Scary is pushing with everything he has, but he can't catch and overtake Spanini down the Wellington.
Actually, Arc is losing time to them, and Tier 1 is going to be interesting, MRK, but right now we're watching the rookies race as if it was Tier 1. Scary is half a second down on Spanini. Spanini is 1.5 seconds down on Master Turtle. Master Turtle just has to finish this race and not make any big mistakes, and he's going to win for the first race that he's been competing in, that I've seen him in.
Yeah, he's looked very good so far. A little bit slow out of the exit of Maggots and Beckett's there with Spanini. Spanini's under pressure now from Scary, who will look to the outside. No, backs out of it. Interesting. Scary's waiting to the final lap.
He's going to be waiting.
The move. And you can see Weaving. Let's work together. Let's not fight. Trying to just draw a false sense of security. As Spanini gets a big moment there through the final 2 corners. He's all over the shop now. Meanwhile, behind them, we got a battle for 5th because Trappy is still right behind Pops.
Let's see.
Not yet.
Meanwhile, John does work, chasing down Lakota for that P11 spot. No points on the line, but a little battle as well. As we now look back to the front for the end of this race. Immediately, Spanini goes defensive. Scary's looking for the move. Up the inside. Out of the exit of the Wellington. Pushes Spanini.
He actually was able to make it stick before the corner, but Spanini gets better exit.
But look at the burning of the ERS there from Scary. He's burning it early.
Spanini has a lot more ERS. I think Spanini's going to get... Oh, he went wide there. I think if he can get close enough after Maggots and Beckett's, he's going to be able to get it. But
you know what's crazy? Look who is right behind them if something goes wrong.
Exactly.
Ark is right there, and he's catching at a rate of knots.
They've lost so much time fighting.
Meanwhile, Scary's completely out of ERS. Spanini's got all of it to burn.
He's gonna dive it down the inside. Unable to make it stick. Is he gonna try throw it? Oh, is he able to make it move? Is he gonna get enough space? Oh, he touches the curb and loses it. It's gonna be Scary for P2. Master Turtle wins the race.
Ark will get it. Meanwhile, Trappy has given the place back to Bobs. He had the move done, but got another penalty, and will give it away as he gets that 5-second unserved. That gives Lethal Pete P6, Edge P7, and Kiss My Axe P8.
Actually, it looks like
William boys at P9 and 10.
Yeah, Williams getting P9 and P10 when Strappy was almost gonna win the race.
Yeah, Strappy was leading most of the early stint with Master Turtle, and one bad pit stop puts him in P4, puts him in that fight, and then one mistake, one bad move cost him everything. As we now just wait for Elvin to wrap up the final finishing positions. But what a race here at Silverstone.
What a race. That was intense, at least for the last couple of laps. That was wild.
I didn't go to bed after that one. Oh, that was burnt me out.
My voice is burnt out. Remember to hydrate, people.
Yeah, hydrate. Oh, I'm out of water. Right, before we go, I don't know if there's another race. Before I go, driver of the day from these 2 races, who is it going to?
I want to say Scary, since he's just been consistent. He's been doing the job. He's P3. First race, he got a little unlucky, but P3, first race, what did he do?
P3.
Yeah, P3 consistently.
P3.
Let's see the standings. Actually, Scary's in P2 in the standings. 6 points behind Arc. So that is going to be a very tight fight. Aston Martin is in P1 right now. And actually, we had Esteban leave Aston Martin for Master Turtle to come in and replace him, doing the exact same thing, making a very good show out of the last couple of laps there. as Bops gets the fastest lap of the race, just barely in front of Ark there. Running through the field, Master Turtle wins the race, just barely in front of Ark, Scary, and Spanini. They were having a tight battle up there. Bops has lost a couple of positions due to penalties, and then Lethal Pete moves up to sixth place due to penalties. Edge moves down to seventh, or up to seventh. Kiss My Axe moves to P8. P9 goes down to Trappy, even though he was battling for the lead halfway through that race. That was unfortunate for him. Sean gets a P10. He said he was going to cook. He ended up cooking a little bit too much. John does work P11. Lakota P12. Anger Shadow P13. Elvin P14. Bouncy P15. Unfortunate race for him one more time, and then Magical Forehead finishes last. He was having some wheel issues earlier in the race. Unfortunate for him. He could have probably gotten up there as well.
I'm literally in the process of pinging every single driver and telling them well driven.
Yeah,
because
that was a
everyone in
great
that
race.
top 6 at the front, regardless of what happened in the end with Bops and Trappy, I think that was one of the most fun top 6s I've ever seen because they were all on pace, they were all consistent. No one put a foot wrong until they did. But even then, you could chalk that down to needing to push. In the case of Trappy, pushed a little too hard. That happens. That comes with the territory, and that's sort of expected at this point.
It happens. Just you're pushing too hard, and sometimes you overstep the rear end. You have a little bit of a moment, and there goes your race. That's just racing in general. But yeah, that was amazing racing from these people here at these rookies coming into the new season. Rookies having some good racecraft. They had amazing final pace and awareness to back out of moves and just keep going until the last lap. We saw that with Scary and Bob's, right? They were just backing
all
out
the way to the end. Yeah. Either way, I need to go to bed, so
yeah, let's go ahead and
I'm going to wrap it up.
yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. It is getting late. Thank you guys for watching. That has been the rookie races. That's the last one. Next thing you're gonna see is tomorrow, the preseason show where we're gonna pick out the races and do a bunch of other things that I don't feel like explaining. You guys can just tune in and see what happens then. My name is DMaster OG. Beside me is Fallen Dan. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see y'all then.